Hello, I'm Colleen Derrick, and I'm a financial advisor with Swaggers Insurance. Welcome to the month of February, and our topic this month was Breathe Forward. The first week, we discussed about breathing in hope. With hope, we're believing something can change, that we could be in a better position than we are today. And so when we introduce hope into a situation, we get rid of despair and hopelessness, and then we can breathe out dreams. We take that hope that something could change, that something could be better, and then we start to give it shape. We start to allow our brain to move out of a survival mode and welcome creativity, welcome positivity and forward thinking. The next week, we spoke about flushing out our dreams and making them into more of a vision so that they have substance, so that they have actionable progress reports or plans, which leads us to the final week, which is this week. And that's that little steps make big things. What's your vision? We found out last week. So hope was the spark. Dreaming created embers, vision flared with flames, and now what's cooking? Breathe out progress. So we breathed in hope, we breathed out our dreams, we breathed in our vision, and now we're going to breathe out progress. So don't get caught up in perfection or accomplishing everything in a single attempt. The baby whales that I saw when we were on our trip to Maui, they made little tiny splashes. It was fantastic. You'd see the mama come out and breach and bam, water everywhere. It was spectacular. And then you'd see this little baby next to her. They were just learning. They were having a small impact. But you know what? They kept at it. This helps them build muscle. This helps them learn techniques. As we exercise, we're taught to breathe out during the push. When we're lifting weights, we breathe out at the hardest part. And I'm sure this beautiful creature breathed out as he exploded through the surface. Progress, that's the hard part, where we add action to get traction. So breathe out your progress. Breathe out your progress. Because progress is powerful. It unleashes potential by compounding small, power-packed pieces. A grand vision takes time to come to fruition. I'm sure we've all heard the analogy of how do you eat, or the old adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Progress, little consistent bits of progress. It is the commitment to continued progress that brings it across the finish line. Setbacks, frustration, overwhelmed. Breathe out progress. Take one step. Pick one goal. Plan one action. And breathe out into that hard part, that one piece. Progress overcomes setbacks. Guaranteed to build a brighter future and give life to more than you can imagine. Breathe out progress. If we go back and we take a look at some of the photos we used here, whales. Whales, the humpback whale was hunted almost to extinction. When we look at the beginning of the Save the Whales movement, it was small and it wasn't that impressive at the beginning. But now, instead of having around 1,000 whales on our earth, we have upwards over 100,000. Wow. Is it perfect? No. Are whales still hunted? Absolutely, it still happens. Are there ecological problems, and do they still have issues that impact and impede the progress of multiplying? Yeah. But the movement has moved forward, and it has absolutely had a tremendous impact on taking this creature from extinction to a solid population. When we look at the turtles, progress is powerful, one bit at a time. We look at turtles and the same issue. This has been a gradual erosion of the turtle population. It wasn't that, oh yeah, all of a sudden now they're popular, they're being hunted to extinction. We need to do something now. This has been a gradual impact on their life and the perpetuating of their species. And it's been little changes, not a big movement, but little changes that has been helping the turtle population reestablish itself. When we look at coral reefs, so my mom and I were snorkeling and we came to a place and it had been really battered over the past while. And she'd gotten a little discouraged. But as I swam out deeper, I found this amazing coral patch that was vibrant, full of life, and we could see the regrowth. So something so fragile as the ecosystem of a coral reef is vulnerable to many, many things, and it can feel really daunting and very scary when we look at coral reefs shrinking or being battered or broken. When we see them reestablishing, we see growth in really interesting places, when we see them really getting traction in an area that never was available before, and we see protection coming in, and so areas that had been completely wiped out are starting to regrow, it gets exciting. And it just shows us how regrowth can happen on devastated areas. It shows us how overcoming one little bit of destructed area starts a whole ecosystem that thrives and then spreads out. When we look at what the devastation of volcanoes and then what grows out of that, and we see as people build in these areas and we see plants start to grow in them and animals start to live in that, it becomes this beautiful paradise. It's possible with progress. Progress is in stages. Progress takes tenacity. It's okay. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to have setbacks. It's okay to take small bites. And it's okay to dream big in the long term and then dream little in the short term. I hope you enjoyed our February month inspired by my trip to Maui. And I hope you've got some really good action points to take your next step to do something to start making progress in the direction of your best and brightest future. Please feel free to contact me again on a website, email, by phone, or on social media.